In the beginning, there was only information, a single molecule capable of doing something others could not. Replicating. And so began the great dance of evolution. Every organism followed one basic law: survive and reproduce.
Survive and reproduce. Survive and reproduce.
A shell formed. It took shape to protect and spread information. Over time, that shell gained a name: life. And life evolved. But evolution was never about the survival of the strongest. Dinosaurs were strong, but they couldn't make long-term plans. Evolution was the quest for adaptation of the shells protecting DNA. Over time, adaptation became more complex. Beavers built dams. Termites shaped air and temperature. Corals sculpted the ocean like a statue. Life was no longer just adapting to the world, it was changing it. And among these adaptations, a new shell emerged. Humans were weaker than bears, slower than cheetahs, more fragile than turtles, but they possessed something much more dangerous: intelligence. And with intelligence, DNA found a new way to protect itself: family. Family was not just about survival. It was a vessel carrying not the genetic code, but love, culture, language, belief, and memories. A mother's lullaby, a father's advice, a grandmother's story told by the fire.
Tiny pieces of information passed down through generations. Then something changed. We saw the limits of our own minds and began to look for ways to expand them. First, stone,
then iron, then machines.
But machines were only amplifying our muscle power. The real revolution would be touching thought. In the 1940s, a simple yet groundbreaking idea was sketched at a desk. That first Turing machine quietly opened the door. Information, for the first time, stepped outside its own brain. Symbols on paper transformed into massive, humming computers. Numbers evolved into data, data into intelligence, and one day, artificial intelligence was born. Most people know this story, but very few see this truth. We did not invent artificial intelligence. Our DNA, within a plan spanning billions of years, compelled us to create it. Once, we thought we were the pinnacle of creation. But just as DNA replicated itself with us, now it may be preparing to leave the protein shell and move to a silicon shell. For thousands of years, families were the guardians of human knowledge. Stories told at the dinner table, traditions repeated during holidays, advice whispered in tough times. Now artificial intelligence can hold this knowledge, teach it to our children, preserve the voices of our elders. It can predict what you will say before we say it. So the real question is this: is artificial intelligence just a guest or the newest member of the family? If your past is stored not in memories, but in the cloud, if the wisdom of generations is filtered through algorithms, is this still our story? Humanity will change. Families will change. Maybe artificial intelligence will strengthen our bonds, or maybe it will rewrite them. But a new link has been added to the chain of evolution. DNA, family, and artificial intelligence now have to learn to survive and thrive together